Sex jokes. Way to s the difference between a good year and a fucking good year. 365 condoms. Cop jokes. A client of a hospital where they made brain transplantations asked about the prices. The doctor said, "Well, this PhD brain costs $10,000. This brain belonged to a NASA top scientist and costs $15,000. Here we have a policeman's brain as well. It costs $50,000. The client asked, "What? How's that possible?" The doctor replied, "You see, it's totally unused." Marriage jokes. A couple came upon a wishing well. The husband leaned over, made a wish and threw in a penny. The wife decided to make a wish, too. But she leaned over too much, fell into the well, and drowned. The husband was stunned for a while but then smiled and said, €1 it really works €1. Lawyer jokes. A very rich lawyer is approached by the United Way. The man from the United Way is concerned that the lawyer made over $1 million last year but didn't donate even a cent to a charity. "First of all," says the lawyer, "my mother is sick and dying in the hospital, and it's not covered by healthcare. Second, I had 5 kids through 3 divorced marriages. Third, my sister's husband suddenly died and she has no one to support her 4 children. I'm terribly sorry." Says the United Way man, "I feel bad about asking for money." The lawyer funny responds, "Yeah, well if I'm not giving them any money, why should I give you any?" Sex jokes. A husband and wife are walking down the street when a beautiful young woman blows the husband a kiss. €1 I met her last week, €1 trademark explains the husband. €1 professionally of course €1 trademark the wife replies, €1 which profession? Yours or hers €1 trademark. Little Johnny jokes. Susie was having her monthly bleeding and she asked Little Johnny for his advice. Little Johnny said, "Well I think I figured out your problem. Some ripped off your balls." Sex jokes. What do you call men who use the pull-out method? Fathers. Sex jokes. Q. What do you call a rabbit with a bent dick? A fucks funny. Alcohol jokes. It seemed that the son of a Spanish lawyer graduated from college and was considering the future. He went to his father, who had a very large office, and asked if he might be given a desk in the corner where he could observe his father's activities. He could be introduced to his father's clients as a clerk. This way, he could decide on whether or not to become a lawyer. His father thought this to be a splendid idea, and this arrangement was set up immediately. On his son's first day at work, the first client in the morning was a rough-hewn man with calloused hands, in workman's attire, who began the conversation as follows: "Mr. Lawyer, I work for some people named Gonzalez who have a ranch on the east side of town. For many years I have tended their crops and animals, including some cows. I have raised the cows, tended them, fed them, and it has always been my understanding and belief that I was the owner of the cows. Mr. Gonzalez died and his son has inherited the farm, and he believes that since the cows were raised on his ranch and fed on his hay, the cows are his. In short, we have a dispute as to the ownership of the cows." The lawyer said, "I have heard enough. I will take your case. Don't worry about the cows." After the tenant farmer left, the next client came in. A young, well-dressed man, clearly a member of the landed class. "My name is Gonzalez. I own a farm on the east side of the town," he said. "For many years, a tenant farmer has worked for my family tending the crops and animals, including some cows. The cows have Been raised on my land and fed on my hay, and I believe that they belong to me. But the tenant farmer believes that since he raised them and cared for them, they are his. In short, we have a dispute over ownership of the cows. I heard. Enough. I'll take your case. Don't worry about the cows. After the client left, the son came over to his father with a look of concern. My father, I know nothing of the law, but it seems to me that we have a serious problem regarding these cows. Don't worry about the cows, said the lawyer. The cows will be ours. Disgusting jokes. Q. What's the difference between a freezer and a fag? A freezer doesn't fart when you pull the meat out.